to our presentation about the Port of Rotterdam, especially about the port area. Here is the content of our presentation. First, I will do the introduction, then we will see the opportunities and threats. Then we will see the initiatives, ranking and strategic maps for our initiatives, and then we will conclude. We have to consider five crucial points, 5 trends for our presentation. First, the industrial transition, then the efficient supply chains in the urban network, the improving accessibility, improving the quality of the living environment, and finally, innovating and innovation. That's why with our initiative we try to create a new design linked to these elements. Opportunities and threats. We identified 2 opportunities. The first opportunity is the transition to the sustainable energy and production, which provide us an opportunity from a long-term point of view, because it is due to the available infrastructure and because almost all global players are actively involved. Then there is also another opportunity thanks to the market for mineral oil products and vegetable oil. For the threat, we identified only one threat. There will be considerable capacity expansion in the container sector until 2020. It can be a threat because we have to find solutions to stock and to reuse containers.
So, first of all, we started with a small brainstorming. We found some initiatives, 6 of all, and the first idea who came up was the wave energy. We wanted to save energy through the wave, through using the wave energy and make the port more efficient. Second option was the solar energy. We want to make, for example, solar energy on the roofs to make it more efficient as well. The third idea who came up was to save land and use the water. We want to have containers that float on the water so that you can save the land. Fourth option was save land by using it twice. We want to use oil storage underground, so it will be very easy to get the oil from the ships underground, and we use the land twice. The fifth option was the educative marketing. We want that the employees of the port come to schools or to universities and make the port more attractive through this way. The last option was the ecological container neighborhood. We want to reuse the containers in order to make the port sustainable as well, and maybe some students or some employees can live in the containers. So next we did a ranking. It's from 1 very low to 5 very high. The last 3 options won. It was the underground oil storage, number 4, number 5, the educative marketing, and number 6, the ecological neighborhood, container neighborhood. What you can see is that, for example, for the underground storage, the sustainability is very good. For the educative marketing, the feasibility is very good. And for the ecological container housing, the sustainable is very good.
So one of our number 1 initiatives was to save lands by using it twice, having underground storage of oil. Here you see a picture, or more a drawing, of a ship that is being unloaded by a crane, and at the same time there is oil being pumped into the underground facility, which make it so that that Port of Rotterdam can use the land twice and thus earn more money. This also gives easier accessibility for the customers and increases the capacity of inventory because the ships can go to multiple places where they can unload. And it also provides higher education jobs by using advanced technology, which is also something that is very good for the Port of Rotterdam. Then here we have a strategic map with first better techniques to attract more employees, which could lower the time to unload and load a ship, which could increase the revenue, which could lead to a higher turnover if there's not a higher cost. But on the other side, we see that lower cost can also be achieved by working more efficient and by giving better service. You can also increase the revenue, and so saving land by using it twice could lead to more revenue.
As a fifth initiative, we have the educative marketing. By this, we mean employees to go to the universities or schools and try to make students aware of the fact that Port of Rotterdam is something important in the city and that they could get a job over there. And this way, the Port of Rotterdam can provide themselves with a better employees for the future. So, from the finance point of view, using this initiative, you can create more awareness to the port. You create also long-term sustainability. From the customer point of view, this way you can have better employees in the future which will serve customers in a better way. Internally, you provide better employees for the future, and this way you spread good image for the port. And creating a win-win situation where students can learn from the employees and employees can learn from the students as well. This way you can provide yourself, as well, as I said before, with better employees in the future. We have the map as well, so from learn and growth, we consider that high awareness on the top of the students can bring you, can provide you better service to the customers and in the same time work more efficient, which will lower the cost and increase the revenue, and in the same time we can have a higher turnover in the end.
Okay, so now I will talk about the ecological container neighborhood. This idea has for purpose to reuse the containers in order to build some apartments or house with only containers. We want to do this. We think this idea can permit to the Port of Rotterdam to earn money by renting them for students or new employee in the Port of Rotterdam. In fact, this idea can permit to the Port of Rotterdam to attract more young people with this design neighborhood. This can help employees in temporary living too. Next, we think about work with the architect Amo, who is a famous architect in Netherlands. Nice. We can see some picture of different places in the world where we can find some containers neighborhood. Let's go for the map. So, this neighborhood can provide international environment for the employees and get better employees, for sure. Then, this idea can permit to work more efficient with better employees and so provide better service at less cost. And that can permit to the Port of Rotterdam to get a bigger turnover.
To come to a conclusion, we already talked about the Port of Rotterdam, what they want to accomplish. The major point of their land use are that they have a better industrial transaction, more efficient supply chains in European networks. They want to improve accessibility, and they want to improve the quality of their living environment, and they want to be innovating so that they have a more sustainable world and a more sustainable harbor. So by introducing these alternatives for the Port of Rotterdam, they can develop themselves not only on short term but also on long term. And to make their land using more innovative and more efficient. This was our presentation.